Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da. Why is that light like? Why does that light overpower everything in the back? I turned it on under the idea that it could help out, but it's like shining heaven onto me. Like, oh, like what the fuck? And like, why is it? Okay, it can't like be blocked. That's the weird part. Oh, hold on, let me move the camera. Maybe that can help. Then you guys won't have to deal with it. Then it'll be like my problem and my problem alone. Oh god, I've made it worse. Actually, nah, yeah, I'll zoom in. Oh, that kinda helps, but not really. Now you're just seeing the top of my forehead. And then just the light beaming on me. Like, what the fuck? I want to turn it off. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. It's not doing anyone any justice. There we go. Fuck it. I don't care if it's darker. I don't care if it's darker. It's pissing me off. I hate it. I'm gonna throw a riot. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right. That being said, what I do like though is some tricolored Lovestory. Hell yeah. Tricolour Lovestory. This like startup music, this menu music is so loud. But let me see if I can recap on what's happening actually. So okay. Last time on Tricolour Lovestory, the main character Ash, short for Ashley, decided to keep on working on the project for the sports festival. But when he was making the rough drafts for the sports festival, he discovered that Violet has the ability to draw them at super speed, and thus she decided to join the team of her own accord. Later on, however, the main character kept running into his ex-girlfriend, former friend, Daisy. It was an awkward moment, but he asked Daisy in order to use her computer because she's skilled with Photoshop. She regretfully agreed, but when he was decided to bring him and Violet over, the plan was to bring him, Violet, and the other two guys over, Green and Lucian. However, Green and Lucian both spontaneously couldn't make it, so he was stuck in an awkward love triangle. It was him, Violet, and Daisy. Little beknownst to him, though, Daisy and Violet actually got along very well, and it was him faced off with Daisy, but it seemed that Daisy still had feelings for the main character, and thus, when the three had departed every day after the weekend to work on their project, Violet had shown to have a liking between their friend group dynamic, and thus, Violet does ask, can the three be friends long after the project is over? Daisy had made it her motivation to finish the project as soon as possible to show how much she cares for the cause, and the main character didn't let up as well. As time passes and the clock is ticking, the sports festival is slowly but surely on its way. And now that the main character has gained more of a bond with Violet and has rekindled some of his friendship with Daisy, what will happen in these events involving these three characters? Find out today on Tricolour Lovestory. Okay, let's keep going. Hi! Ha ha ha! It's been a long time since we went to school together. How long is it? It's only like 1 week. Tuesday, 7 o'clock in the morning. But when you wake up so early, even though you live alone, I thought you'd be asleep with another 10 or 20 minutes. I'm so used to it. After I washed up and dressed up, the first neighbor I met when I headed for school happened to be the girl who always appeared in the crossroad at the same time, like the old times before the last summer holiday. Dad, did you have a good sleep last night? I did, only that I don't know how I fell asleep. I found myself inside a towel blanket at like 5 or 6 this morning, and I didn't take any showers. What are you laughing at? It took me a while to wrap you nicely in that towel blanket. The important thing was that I didn't finish my homework. It would surely be the case. I might as well say that it's already good to do a little, but it's really unimportant for you to do that homework. So why on earth did I fall asleep like that? Who knows? I remember we were together last night. You were working on the painting and I was doing the inchoate and trigrammatic functions, right? Wait, it can't be you who got me? How could it be? Of course it was your dad, don't frame me. But my dad said he didn't. How could you be so... How can you believe Mr. Moe's words? If he tells you that he just thrown her asleep daughter in the bed, you would have killed him on the spot, right? You have a point. Unsurprisingly, it's him. Why didn't he wake me and ask me to take a shower first? I'm so mad. Never mind, I'll get back with him when I get home. In other words, if I had just said the truth just now, I must have been killed on the road. Well, I might have been killed on the road we just passed. I probably need someone to throw more coins to have one more life. Ah, right. You forgot to bring back the painting from yesterday, didn't you? I was going to say it today. I really don't know how to handle it. I saw you finished it this morning, so I copied it inside directly. She takes a small object from their school bag, and hands it to me. What's this? A USB flash drive disk. Everyone's using that to store files. Oh, seems convenient. You go to the printing shop and give it to them. Don't let them break it. This is very expensive. It's a flash drive. It probably costs like $10. Hell, some flash drives cost like $7. You waited for me at the crossroads today to give me this, right? Kinda half and half. Okay. Daisy winks at me and turns back. She grabs the band of school bags like an elementary school student. As expected, it's the right choice to skip the details before I left her home last night. That... you bastard! What? Huh? Your strength grows after a couple of months. Suddenly there's a familiar and cold touch on my left arm. After staying with her for 10 years, I know the most dangerous alarm. Huh. And not only your own strength, but you're getting bolder, huh? Being carried off the table like that really hurt. You know that. And then that playful face turns back, but I only see the gloom under her smile. No, it's not what you think. Oh, wait, don't be like that. People are around us. They're watching. Kneel before me. Bitch, what? It hurts! You okay? You okay? You got all the paintings done. And their qualities. Really impressive. Of course, don't look down on us, external helper. When Lucian puts the storage called USB flash disk into the computer, the student council room, he got shocked by the contents inside and starts to cheer. Check it, class 1 through 9, all paintings are done. I'm going to quit next, You are on it, our monitor. Oh, I got it covered. Haha, hurrah, we finally got it done. To be honest, able to manage this task so easily is something I never could have imagined doing when I was accepted into this deal that day. I couldn't say thank you enough. It took you guys so much time and energy. Concentrate on the sports meeting and make it a success. Don't drag me into it next time. I'm exhausted. I know. Although, we wouldn't have refused if you wanted to treat us with something, right, Ashley? Right, Ash? Sure, where are we going later? My treat. I'll pass. Uh-huh. Okay. Anyway, you're lucky this time, external helper. Okay. So, that's all. I'm going to rearrange the printing now. After that, the guy pulls out the black object in the machine nicely and pulls it back into his pocket. Anyhow, don't pull it out. You must eject the device first. Don't you know that? No time to explain. I'll see you around. Oh, remember to lock the door. This guy demonstrates the principle of time as more precious than gold vividly. But this thing finally comes to an end. Yes. After this matter is handled successfully, my heart is finally at ease. The deal is done. I finally win this defense battle of my freedom. The sports meeting is on Friday and we don't have any night classes tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Isn't it nice? Our class is also informed that we don't have to come to school on Saturday. We shall go back home together then? Like old times with Green? Ah, sure. Why did you hold your shoulder just now? No, I didn't. Did it really hurt you this morning? Fine, I'm sorry. Forgive me, okay? Okay. Not okay. I won't pinch you anymore, sounds okay? Okay. Never mind. I won't bully you again. Okay, come out. You're gonna hide under someone else's desk. Am I going back to the classroom and sleep? Wait, I'm going back to the classroom and sleeping. Sleep? Are you often to take a walk during the noon break? Wait, don't you often take a walk during the noon break? My arms are painful. I'm not going today. Okay. I'm wrong. I don't need your apology. Plus, how many times do I need to tell you? In fact, I'm older than you, even if I'm the only 1 month older. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you since this morning. Yes? I remember that I did 4 pieces only. The 9th piece, I only scanned the draft. That's all I did. Uh-huh. Did you complete the painting last night by yourself? Kinda. Is that weird? No, I'm just thinking it probably would cost you a long time. Besides, that was your first learning the technique, and you did it all by yourself. You did see the results. I finished it incidentally to avoid watching you stay up all night. Is that true? Yes. I'm tired now, so in every sense I have no intention of walking outside. Rather, thanks to her pinching in the morning, I can't fall asleep during the first 2 lessons because my arms really hurt. Sure, I dropped my head in the last 2 lessons. And then, as expected, the history teacher is very annoying, which is totally different from his appearance. Thanks. Suddenly, I can't believe that she could say these words. Because it seems that I have no reason to accept this word stately. It's done, and it's done. The finished paintings will be delivered tomorrow afternoon if we're lucky. It's 1 whole day earlier than I expected. That's nice. I rubbed the sleepies in my eyes and put my head in the crook of my left arm, looking at our excited class monitor with a cold eye. You guys really helped a lot. Thank you so much. You're welcome. So sleepy. Violet, I saw your painting in the new. I saw your painting this afternoon. They're also so terrific. Not really. Indeed, it's you. You still got it. Ha ha. Compared to before? Oh no, comparing to the beginning of the semester, you're better state and in spirits now. Why not register for a few items? That? Forget about it. We organized 3 extra items, right? How about the 3-legged race? 3-legged? Race with 2 people and tied with their feet together. Although it's a mixed gendered item, would you like to participate? Seriously, I won't participate. What about the electronic sports? Do you play Wardcraft? That game is very popular. No, I don't play that. Ventir brand name? No, it has to be that. This one's been rejected. Can you play basketball? Ash? Don't call him. He's asleep. Also, Twin Daggers is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. And never mind. I'll treat you when we have time. Let's talk about the old days. After all, haven't seen each other for more than a year. Oh, okay. 3-legged race, Oh, God. Give me a second. You shameless bitch! Don't you ever seduce other people's sons! Damn! Huh? Mom! What on earth are you doing? She has nothing to... Oh, God. She has nothing to do with this. How dare you talk back to me? I work hard to earn money for you to do this, huh? That's a lot more than $10, huh? You really got enough fucking time and energy, huh? Y'all got some potty mouths. What? When did this start, huh? Talk to me. I spent so much money just to raise you, son of a bitch. Why are you so shameless? I knew that you'd stay with this prostitute in school all the time. Give me back the school fees I paid for you. Give them back.
How dare you?
How the fuck did I have such a motherfucking son like this? I was able to beat you up and and now you're getting stronger, right? You want to fly, right? Let me tell you something. Everything on you belongs to me. I can beat you up, then I can beat you up now. And you won't even have to eat shit with us And you won't even have to eat shit without us. How dare you block? I'm gonna kill you both! Yo, his family is dysfunctional. Dad! Mom! Fuck off! Damn, my boy going through trauma. My boy needs therapy. Yeah, my boy needs that therapeutic. If I knew this, I wouldn't have taken this nap. It's been so long. Why does this thing still appear in my dreams? I told myself that such a life is gone. Without their control and intervention, I'm happy and free now. My life isn't dark and gloomy like it used to be, and I'm trying to make my life colorful. In addition, I'm trying to compensate her for the damages I caused. I'm trying this hard, but why those things still come to mind? I'm leaving tomorrow. Their factory can't ruin me anymore. On Monday, I'm gonna do the transfer. I'm sorry. Let's go. Together, let's go back to your home. What? I told you, I'm going to your house and apologize. They took care of me during the last 10 years. Uh-huh. And as their neighbor, isn't it normal to say goodbye before you move? I have to say farewell on behalf of our family. Don't be silly. Also, I want your parents, them, to know. I want them to know that Ash is always a very kind, gentle, and earnest boy. Daisy. He loves painting, imagination. He wants freedom. There's still a lot of things he wants to do and places that he wants to go. In his paintings, his drawing books, he told me them all. So if he really leaves, we're surely gonna miss him. So, even if it's once a year, even if it's only once, you can let him come back and visit me. Visit us. That'd be great. This is entirely my fault. If I didn't bring her back, if I didn't expose her under their slaps, if I didn't let her watch everything between us being burnt to hell with me. Hey, what are you drawing today? When my eyes, which were blurred, finally refocus, some harmonious sound goes through my ears from my desk in front of me. Oh, so terrific. Ahead these portraits, it really feels lifelike. What's up, Ty? Please, give it back to me. Wait, such beautiful things shall be appreciated by everyone, huh? Hey, look at this. A guy with hair standing up from the sides stands up from that. A guy with his hair standing up stands beside me or in front of me. Can you please give it back? Oh, let me check it out, okay? Where? Look, guys, this painting's fantastic. Wait! And then it seems the atmosphere begins to shift in a direction I couldn't understand. Oh, this person on the painting isn't him. What's his name? Ash? Yo, really? That's really him, huh? Especially that three guys pointing at my head at the same time while Violet begs them softly near me. Why does Violet draw him while he's sleeping? Couldn't be that secret love. No. With my split vision, I see Violet's face become flushed. She lowers her head with her fists clenched over her knees. Hey! Suddenly, some thick hatred surges in my heart against the gravity that blocks my breathing. What's going on? You awake, huh? What do you want? I thought I heard her say, please give it back, right? No, we're just trying to appreciate the art piece. Right, Skinny? Oh, yeah, that's right. Don't go out of line. Bullying doesn't feel right? Such an attitude is rare for me to see. I categorize as anger when I wake up. At least compared to the vicious behaviors of these people, my tone can only be construed as unfriendly. Don't be shy. Shouldn't you at least respond to your deskmate's love confession? Oh, you were just kidding. Don't be so serious. I said it. Normally I wouldn't act like that, actively stirred or face conflict. For a long time under their criticisms and restraints, I'm used to resign myself to adversity. Don't go over the line! Ash! Huh? But this anger rises in my heart for no reason. I don't know how I could resist it. Especially that's after I remember those things. You getting serious, huh? Hey, the lesson starts. The head teacher's lesson. I dare you. Go back to your seat. The lesson's starting. So, what's wrong with myself? Unconsciously, my hands are full of sweat. And some of the sweat from my bad dream just now still remained in my head. All of these made me look exhausted. So when my face gets touched by a soft tissue paper, I became very sensitive. It's like I wake up with the start all over again. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm sorry. That's all my fault. Violet grabs to regain her practice book with one hand and use the other to wipe sweat off my face. While on my face, she still looks crying. The teacher's coming. Let's talk about it during the break. I shake my head and take the tissue paper which strands with my sweat and looks not so clean from the girl to wipe my face. The sweat gradually dries up while the respiration gradually becomes smooth. However, I don't know why my heart became more disturbed. I feel extremely terrified. In every sense, it feels terrifying. Bruh. Thank you. That's the flavor you like, right? Yes, it's better with the other flavors. So many rules for drinking coffee. Of course. In my eyes, the only thing in common of these coffees is that they're very expensive. Those guys, they're from the same group which harassed you the last couple of times. The same group? Those who harassed you when they got nothing better to do. That troublemaker, I've seen him like 3 or 4 times. As a desk mate, I have some impression of those guys. At least the guys who failed to ask her out and became angry because he felt embarrassed was often one of them. And the fat guy, the guy with the long hair on the back. And this time, she finally makes up her mind to make changes to change everything. Those guys come in and disturb her with vicious intentions. Those people are so out of line. It's okay. We'll meet these kind of people every semester. Just get used to it. How could this be okay? The weaker you are, the more they'll bully you. When I was young, I was always like that when I started to go to school. But I had a friend that helped me. We stood up against the bullies together. After that, no punks ever harassed us. Friend? That must be Daisy, right? It's not important who that friend was. The key is that if we could think of some solution, they won't be so arrogant and out of line. I knew that she would guess it even if I didn't tell her, so I don't want her to cover it up too much. But the statement of that's okay if Violet couldn't make me relax at all. That's okay. Why do you keep saying this? Speak of the devil. This will go worse if I get involved. Wait, this isn't really about if I get involved, is it? And it's harder than I thought to change your ways of thinking. They think of you as the new transfer student, and you're pretty soft. That's why they swagger around like that, boosting their attack but making their opponents confused. If we stop acting so kind and gentle, they'll have no reason to keep bullying you, right? No, not really. Then could you tell me the reason? She shakes her head with a forceful smile. That's the 3rd time today. And each time she puts her head up in the neutral position, I get the silence from her pretending to drink coffee. At the minimum, I've been yelling at the troublemakers. Regretting is useless now, isn't it? Furthermore, if I wasn't around, seeing you being bullied by them, I would regret it even more, so don't hide it if something happens like that again. If you ever feel uncomfortable, talk to me. You can talk to Lucian, he's the class monitor, and that's still useless, you can talk to Miss Ding. Ash! The righteous statement keeps coming out of my mouth, all demonstrated the justice I try to uphold, because I wouldn't show my swaying in front of her. And each time I try to pretend I'm not scared, the girl in front of me will show me a will to smile that can help get rid of all the distracting thoughts. Do you think three-legged races are fun? What? And dropping such bombs like that made me very confused. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Let's go Wednesday. Oh, let's go Wednesday. You mean the troublemaker? Oh, whoop. You mean that troublemaker. And there's a fatty. Ah, yes, a few guys sitting in the back of the second group. Wait, hold up. The Love Show Wednesday. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, them. There's some troublesome figures. You can even call them punks. Punks, huh? Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of them. Heard of the name Don Mahone. Don Mahone? I have no impression of him. Mona Lee? He engaged in a massive brawl with 30 high school students last year and sent several guys to the hospital. You don't know the big news? Even if I know, it's not helpful. That Don Mahone is our classmate. He also sits at the back, although he doesn't come to school very often. Huh? Don't tremble. He wouldn't fight our own classmates. But the troublemaker you mentioned seems to be his follower. So you found the problem yourself, right? So, after you asked me this question, I feel it's strange. I feel it's kind of strange myself. Huh? There's a famous pink boss in my class, and I know nothing about it. And the guy I picked are followers of the boss. Besides, that kind of class is really messed up. Our school is fucked up itself, and your personality is not so pleasant. Turns out the green wasn't bluffing. Turns out the green was bluffing. Yeah, I told you not to tremble. How do you take time for others? It's none of your business. That thing between us? How's that? The thing between us. The deal! I already submitted the drafts yesterday. You should be making your side of the payments, right? Oh, you mean the advice notice? Just leave that to me. It's very steady. It better be. But it has been more than 1 week. They're not alarmed. It seems that Lucian wasn't lying. And is she right? All right? She Violet? Yes. If she's being bullied, shouldn't she be depressed for a while? She could stay focused and running now. It seems that she's in a good mood. Who knows? By the way, why don't you wear your sportswear for PE lesson? Oh, sportswear? Ha! That's too ugly. I stopped wearing them a long time ago, since grade 1. Huh? Ugly? How could he just do things he wants to do? I also don't want to wear them. Oh, sorry. Thanks for the trouble. The young girl with long hair seemed a little tired. Just now. Just now? Ash! How's my results just now? Do me a favor and help me check it out. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Okay, thank you. How about me? How come you all come here to see your results? Thank you very much. 1 minute, 23 seconds. What's my results? Hey, take it slow. So complicated. Although I don't really hate such boring jobs, accepting such a cheap gratitude still makes my heart flighty and impetious. And that goddamn PE teacher. He's not much older than me from our appearances, but he keeps showing off in front of me and left me counting for the times for the girls. I curse him that he couldn't find any girlfriend before 30. Kinda busy, huh? You're still here. I'm always here. I'm so impolite. I'm sorry. What were you saying just now? Actually, I came to ask about my results too. 1 minute, 32 seconds. You're bluffing again. You didn't even look at the results sheet at all. I already remembered that. Why are you running so hard today? Didn't you rest under the tree shade before I dragged you to the canteen during the PE lesson? Occasionally. That you really signed up? Yes. Aren't you going to sign up? Me? I'm not going to. My mental state isn't that imbalanced that I have to prove my mental and physical competences by participating in some sport watch by everyone. Not to mention it's mixed gendered 3-legged race. This is stupid circus proposed by those two unbelievable idiots. Too bad. What's bad? I'm not good at these things anyway. Do you have time? Time? Yes, I want to run a few more rounds. Could you please take time for me? Sure, but it's already free time. You don't have to run anymore. I know, so it's just practice. Practice? Thanks a lot. You're welcome. But they know exactly that's nothing but a circus. Why are those guys so into it? Haha, that feels good. I have no night lessons for 2 nights. Good. Don't you have any more elegant words in your lexicon to describe your good? Sure, great. My God, this guy's so happy. We agreed to walk home together. Why'd you have to come out first? I'm waiting for you guys at the gate. Who said before that she didn't like others to talk behind her backs? It's definitely not me. Let's go. We're going back home. Are you 3 years old? It's nothing. That stupid bald old geezer. It's okay that she doesn't allow us to be late for school. How could she forbid us to copy our homework? Although going back home with Daisy is not always an awful experience, it's not so pleasant. It's not so pleasant under most circumstances. Who could make her stop? You also know that no one can do that, huh? He said, I know that your homework is copied when I see it. How could he say something like that? Is that how he acts as a model for others? Did the old man wrong you? No. Then how could you be so righteous if he didn't wrong you? Because most conversations revolve around the long-lasting battle of wits and courage between Daisy and her old and bald head teacher. And that head teacher used to be mine too. How could he have known my homework was copied? There's no evidence at all. Would he have been wrong in the case? Would it have been wrong? Would it have been so wrong in my case that I had did it myself? You also know you doing your homework by yourself in the case, huh? Let's switch the topic. That old geezer is still teaching mathematics this year, right? There's our solutions in math homework. Everyone knows that it's not a copied one. That's true, but sometimes the two cases would overlap, right? Seeing exactly the same homework for you, someone who's capable of getting 100 marks, and the guy wearing glasses who's capable of getting 140 marks. How could he not be suspicious? Oh, thank you for your flattery. Hey, don't go dragging this stupid topic, okay? It's hard that we finally got the chance to chat. Why are we talking about this all the way? Anyway, that old geezer dislikes me. Not recognizing it means that you're not so objective. Okay, as long as you're happy. I'm not happy at all. By the way, when did you guys reconcile? No one ever told me. In some sense, Green finally got the key to change the topic. What's wrong? Did I say something weird? That the weather is quite satisfying, right? Kind of, but still very hot in September, right? Yeah, it's pretty hot. But would you feel cold if you only used a blanket at night? Yeah, that's right. So we still have our air quilt, huh? Wait, is that what we're talking about now? Who are we talking about? What? Participating in the sports meeting? She's really interested in that thing, huh? Oh, no, you fuckers again. Besides, there's one more transfer dude. That's quite troublesome. Troublesome? He just pretends to be intimidating, but the fact that he's a wuss, didn't you see him trembling just now? That's right. No one in our class dares to show off in front of us like that for a long time. Never mind. This is an opportunity. Make that bitch suffer. I'll leave the details to yourself. Oh, I know. Then we're going back. We'll see, Violet. The plot thickens! The thickens plot! The turns have tabled! That was a weird-ass villain scene. I'm just kidding. Seriously, we haven't come back home together so early. That's right. We've had the last night session for the entire week. Just to think that we've gone home late for the next 2 years. That's so tough. When we enter grade 3, our school may add a second night lesson. What time will that lesson end? Probably 8:30. The last batch of grade 3 students used to go home at 8:30. Damn, so late. Some schools prolong the lessons over 10 p.m. Even the bus service stops then. We watched Green disappear at the corner of the house. Then Daisy and I walked down the pavement that leads to our block, the pavement painted with memories. Green said that compared to the famous high schools of our school, college enrollment rates is not high. Having an extra lesson is the only way to remedy that. So we should have just blamed the bad student source and poor faculty. But on the way, we too only made some small talk about unimportant things. I guess the facility's okay. For example, our new art teacher is a special class teacher. I heard that he was transferred from some tier 1 college of fine arts. So we common classes don't get human rights. The school could get more teachers. Because any topic that may break the subtle barrier between us. In fact, our previous teacher, that old geezer you just mentioned, seems to be a special class teacher too. He doesn't look like a special class teacher at all, that bald head. Even if it's, I had a bad dream today, or Violet being bullied today, topics that seem to be riskless and an outsider, I couldn't let it out. Ah, we're home. Well, it's still early. You'd like to come home for dinner? Not necessary. The vegetables at my home will go bad if I don't eat them soon. Oh, that's right. Click. Reconciliation. It seems that we two have never recognized this word. So, I started to feel weird after Green had said that sentence. The sports meeting will begin the day after tomorrow. Did you sign up for any items? It seems that we never said anything if we wanted reconciliation with each other. It seems that I'm never forgiven by her and never recognized my faults. The sports meeting, I didn't sign up for anything. I knew it. Even if the apology I tried so hard to come out last night, I got avoided because of her tiredness dramatically. Why do you ask if you know the answer? I was just asking, what if you decided to participate? Then how could we be standing here pretending that nothing happened? And just lie to ourselves that we return back to the normal days? There's no what if this time. I don't want to participate. I have no interest in that stuff. By the way, you must have said the same thing, right? You never participate in those things either. No, I signed up for one item. If I continue to be so scared to do nothing to change it, when will our relationship truly go back to the old days? If I make no change at all, that I signed up for the electronic sports. What? Are you deaf? I signed up for the gaming competition. So great. I didn't do anything. I'm too timid to do anything, but why? That can't be called great. It's just Warcraft, and I've mastered the game a long time ago. Even if I haven't played for 2 or 3 months, I'll be back if I look at the popular tactics right now online and practice a few days. The sports festival is in 2 days! Oh. So. Her face suddenly comes near me. Afternoon of the day? The afternoon on the day after... The afternoon 2 days from now. You'll come and cheer for me, right? Anyway, you didn't sign up for any items. Come see me when I get the championship, okay? Under the shining of the setting sun, the face that shows a unique orange color. It's probably her color of all time. You're talking like you're surely getting that championship, huh? Of course. I have no match in this school. Huh, sounds great, as you say it. Huh. It seems that there's one that can be my opponent. And who's that? It turns out not only Violet, the girl in front of me, is trying to change something too. Yes, and who would that... Yes, who would that be? How are you supposed to be... How am I supposed to respond to your rhetorical question? It's a pity that guy probably wouldn't come to the competition. Oh, she's talking about me! So the championship's truly mine. Just sit back and watch me beat the humiliating rookies. Oh. So make sure you come. Okay. I'll be there. Okay. I'm going to practice today and prepare for the final battle tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. At least finish your homework first. Don't copy greens all the time, or I'll throw to the corner by the old man during the lesson. I understand. I feel that same power took up in my chest just now. Even that sense of fear came back from the bad dream doesn't fade even a little. I love the smell of fear. It's Thursday. Time for the weekend. Wait, is it time? Is it time? Is it the time of the now? A little bit to the left. Okay. Mr. Wang, stop! That's the point. Don't move. Secure it, okay? Done. Look at the people. Thanks for your trouble. Come down now. Thanks for your efforts too, Lucian. The layout to the school gate is almost done. That's okay. No big deal. How are the matters with the management and the preparations for the opening ceremony you're handling? They're all done. By the way, the 3 items are completed too. Haha. That's good. Very good. Haha. And you see, the publicity paintings this times are quite good. Better than the paintings from the last few events. There'll be tons of people seeing the paintings tomorrow. Of course, the better the publicity effects, the better the reputation will become. And of course, the better the benefits will be. By the way, are you carrying out face-saving projects for the school like that? Did your father agree? It has nothing to do with him. I only made us of his position and acquired more funds for us through legitimate channels. That's all. Okay. Although your father couldn't do anything about you right now. Which school in this country can hold sports meetings like that? Right. Ha. Dot. Okay, hand in your homework. Miss Ding told me that you guys prepared for the sports festival meeting this afternoon. Free time, huh? You guys, your results won't get any better themselves if you're always thinking about having fun. Finish it quickly. We'll speed up our training from next week. Are we clear? Today, it seems that there's so many absentees. Is it? But Lucian did take a few guys out to help the layout of the playground. Yes, we're short of 7 or 8 boys suddenly. I suddenly feel that the classroom's quiet. For some unknown reason, my drawing pencils works quite gently today. Comparing to my sore buttocks, and my waist fixing on the seat, their working attitudes are so different. Troublemaker and his lackeys don't seem to show either. They went to help do punks devote to things like that. That's right. It's because they're gone. The classroom feels so quiet. That makes sense. It's always them who play in the back and sometimes let out the cell phone ringtone. Anyway, I think they won't help it. It'll be good enough if they don't do something bad. Right. Do you have any plans this afternoon? Nothing special. It'll be free time. Sleeping in the classroom, read, do some homework, and the afternoon will be over soon. I have a competition to participate in tomorrow. Right. I have a competition. I've competed in the 3-legged race. That's right, Anne. Daisy was right about you. Whoa, the festivitas. 5:30 p.m. Our free time's over. We go back to the classroom from the playground and wait for the classmate committee headed by Lucian to hold the class meeting. You're trying so hard. Why I have to? I don't even have time to change sportswear. Why must we do this? Occasionally. I have to wipe the sweat from my face with a tissue paper. The girl next to me also lies on the desk with her hair sticks in her flustered face like strings, and she's sweating as well. I had planned to stay in the classroom quietly. I don't know why I was dragged out of the classroom by this girl and changed into my sportswear against my will. And then spent the entire afternoon ran 13 rounds along the plastic tracks with her. So tired. No water to drink. I'm dying. Didn't you just buy drinks from the canteen? Then no air conditioning. I'm dying. If you were under air conditioning now, you'd catch a cold. You should criticize that this lousy classroom doesn't have air conditioning at all. Oh, I see. Anyway, I'm dying. Our classroom comes back. The classroom's filled with the thermal radiation from all those people. Three-legged race isn't about speed. It's useless that we can run so fast. I know. Besides, it's not useful to practice with me. That item you have to practice with your partner to fine-tune your coordination to win the match. I was like, fine-tune your coordination to win the match. So you weren't listening to me. That's because you said it 3 to 4 times. That's because I was dragged to participate in something I don't like, something like that by Daisy when I was in primary school. You don't understand. If your partner can't coordinate well, you can't even move. I was dragged from this end of the track from the other end that match, and surprisingly we outran many kids. Of course, that's a tangent. I'll do a debriefing about tomorrow's sports meeting. Oh, it begins. Oh. Okay, the names mentioned above are the participants of tomorrow's sports meeting. Remember to participate your own matches in time, and don't add trouble to the committee. Miss Ding's around. Is Miss Ding around? No, be quick. Okay. So the names listed are the extra items here. Firstly, electronic sports. Our class got 2 participants, Chin and Chow. Is that all right? I'll bring the champion back. I've been practicing the 10-yen internet bar every afternoon after I came back from the hospital. Enjoyed my show. Haha, it seems that we don't need to bring out Chow then. As it turns out, so many people love these things. Isn't it just a multiplayer computer game? For the basketball one-on-one, we're sending out the old partner of Iron Triangle, led by Yafan. Although I don't understand the difference between that and normal basketball matches. Sounds awesome. And then the last item, mixed gendered 3-legged race. Up until yesterday, we got too many registrants. So I'll say the names one by one. Girls first. And we vote? For some unknown reason, the class suddenly becomes quiet, and then an evil laughter comes from the back corner of the classroom. I don't need to turn back and confirm to know the corner where it's coming from. The troublemakers and his followers have gathered. Wired. What's so funny? Monitor. I'm so sorry I can't participate this time. Why? I still signed up for the 400-meter race. I won't have enough energy by then. For 400 meter, that's in the afternoon. Wait, what did they tweet you, Ty? I hate to break the immersion of this story right now, but what did they tweet you? Anyway, that's it. Leave the opportunity to the others. Right. I quit too. Same here. Why all of you? Ugh. Suddenly, the atmosphere changes drastically. Lucian's sight turns cold from the warm. He looks at the girls from the distance. Hey, if all of you quit, then one person's left. I still got one. They want my photo I posted on Twitter for the mosaic on Pokemon Day. Nice. That's good. Wait, that's good. As long as... though this match can't continue if I quit. Hey, what the hell's going on? Nothing. I'm just quitting. Monitor, you wouldn't force us to participate, would you? That's right. My menstrual cycle just started today. If anything happens, I don't want to trouble you all. That was way too much information. This. I'm sorry. I need to go home first. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Lucian's just like losing it. If that's the case, only one left. That is to say it means that. For girls, only Violet is left. Hey, what the hell is this all about? Nothing, Monitor. We just don't want to participate, that's all. No one interferes with anybody else. It's all involuntary. It's all voluntary. Isn't that your principle for holding this sports meeting? Why? Do a good job, huh? You better share it with us. Hand feeling, okay? These people. His name is Sun Hao. He's a disabled student of our class. It's been 5 minutes since Lucian wrapped up the items distribution and released the class. And the guy standing there who selected to participate in the three-legged race is a short and skinny guy called Skinny Boy by the classmates. Something wrong with him in here? He smiles like an idiot and even has difficulty walking fast. Since I asked Mr. Wang, who's sitting in front of me, turns back and explains to me secretly. Then he just puts up the fact that everyone bullies him. What else can he do? In that case, the entire grade 1, he wouldn't say anything even if someone bullies him. After all, he is disabled. As you can see, those punks did it on purpose. They stirred those girls and threatened the guys. They knew that Violet would participate in it, so they wanted to embarrass you on purpose. So when I finally realized all these things and looked at her, her face begins to flush again before the entire class because of her grievance. She buries her face under her arm crooks again. Fuck those scumbags. We have no option. Everyone knows that's wrong, but no one wants to take the burn. After all, they are fourth elder brothers people. But she still reached out on one hand and grabbed my clothes. So my desire to shout for her was stopped at the very beginning. That's all I could tell you. You're on your own now. Bye. Thank you. Well. Thanks for sending me home. That was some fuck shit that happened today. My pleasure. I'm okay. But Daisy finally invites you to go home with her, right? Oh, Daisy finally invites you to go home with her, all right? You were being bullied like that. How could you still care about others? That's why I said I'm okay. Violet smiles and turns back to look at me. Perhaps I should admit that I couldn't find anything wrong with that smile. Also, congratulations, Ty. You want to say that each time's like this, right? And that they'll just go away if we put up with them, right? I feel some bitterness in my heart, and it makes me show a forced smile to Violet. They're wrong. They're always looking for trouble. They always keep bullying you. You did nothing wrong, right? Why do you put up with them? Why'd you just grab me now? It's hard for me to decide to help you. That swang. It isn't supposed to appear again. It's supposed to be expelled by this girl. Comes back once again. And this time, I choose to let them all out because... Yet the girl in front of me lowers her head again. Because it would drag you into it. Once again, she said some ambiguous, equivocal things that made me feel uncomfortable for no reason. Ash, you don't want to be hated, right? Compared to me, who gets used to it? Dragging you into this because of my reason will only make you feel even more depressed. By this time, I really feel the pain because of something she said to me. I really don't want to drag other people into my own mess. What's up, Navy?
Not the Navy!
Besides, I have no right to ask others to do anything for me. Right. That doesn't sound right. And I'm already used to it. That's okay. Every time in the past was exactly the same. So, it's enough for me not to just trouble others. I mean, that's not right. So, where did I get the right to turn this misery into reprimand? There's no reason for Violet to be bullied at all. There's nothing wrong with Violet's personality, right? She's just a little timid and bashful. Why she thinks she deserved to be bullied? Why do I want to protect her so much? I'm very dull. Daisy always says that sometimes. I also feel that I'm quite dull. But I don't think this is Violet's fault. Why? My behaviors are completely different from my behaviors in the past. I don't think there's anything wrong with me helping you stand against them together. What's wrong with me? I used to do it too. I was being held down and controlled by others growing up. But I never thought being used to it's correct. How come I think of their things again? I choose to paint, to go to art class, even hurt Daisy by accident. I try to find some ways to remedy. I just don't want to find myself to be used as some kind of things anymore. Ash! However, even if I Tad. Even if I Rhodomontad on it, and on, I know the truth very well. I don't know her at all. And I'm just following the image of what this girl is supposed to be in my head, and I tell her that just the ideas that I only believe in. I don't want to see anyone being miserable because of getting used to it. Even if it's in vain. Even if I'll get involved, as long as the two of us are together with others and we work hard together, there's gonna be a way. Just like the girl who accompanied me bravely like the Redeemer. If I could render Violet even a little bit of help that the girl gave me in the past, if someone is affected by other people's malevolence, and can do anything he wants to do, wouldn't that life suck? Stop right there. Let's go find Lucian. Cancel the registration. He must have a solution. If he could solve the problem for me, this wouldn't be a big deal. I can't let you be mocked by those guys. I want them to know that even you, they can't bully whenever they want. Okay? I've already let out everything I can say, and I've transmitted the ideas I wanted to transmit. No, don't do that, Violet. Don't you get it? You don't have to. There's no reason for you to be. It's not like that. Violet slowly raised her head, and the expression on her face wasn't the objectiveness as I expected. Instead, she was smiling. Three-legged race is something I want to do. That smile is the forced smile, nor is it obsequious smile, nor is it an obsequious smile. It's something that makes me happy. What? Suddenly all the words in my head of wanting to persuade her to correct her wrong ideas and encourage her to follow her own thoughts get blocked by the throat and return back to my stomach. Doing things I like to do can make me happy. You taught me that, didn't you? This is nothing to do with what I just said right now, right? Who knows? Wah, 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 wah. We're really similar. We're? No, more similar. We're almost identical. because the happy smile faded away just now. And the replacement is peace that can actually replace this afterglow. Yet the peace renders me speechless all of a sudden. Wah, 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 woo-da. Thank you. You're welcome. So tomorrow, come with me to watch my competition. Her amethystine eyes show a unique color under the afterglow. It's completely different from that of Daisy's. This is extremely rare throb appears around my heart for the second time. It's in the morning. Even though I'm not familiar with my partner, I'll still finish the match. Morning. But the emotion of the throb isn't the same as the last one. I don't feel this so-called power surging in my body, except the sympathetic anger and fear. I don't feel any excitement or passion. I'm going to watch you run. Eh? I thought this was leading up to like him entering and then Daisy entering and then they can like do the three-legged race together. But the story just didn't know how to fucking work that in, huh? So, what on earth am I expecting? It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. It's sports festival time. Why won't it let me save? Oh, quick save. Okay. Oh, these paintings on the outside of the school gate are so good. It feels quite professional. The students in the school are capable of doing that. Whoa, this actually looks dope as fuck. Friday hype. Can't wait for Octopath 2. Oh yeah, that's right. That game does come out. I haven't even gotten done streaming Octopath 1. How could it be possible? They must have hired someone to draw for them. But the author is from class 9, grade 2 of this school. It seems that they were really created by themselves, huh? Well, of course they better have fixed their own name if they outsourced the job. Are they stupid? Such a simple reason. I'm sorry, elder sister. By the way, I heard the big brother said that there's someone you know in this school. Shall we go and check it out? Are you insane? What's so interesting about Are you insane? What's so interesting about a sports meeting? If you want to see long and wild legs, go yourself. I'm not that free. I heard that there's many strange items in sports this meeting. Students of the entire city know that already, and there's an item which resembles the match conducted by the internet BAR. It's on their other BBS. Okay, if you want to go, just go. Damn, it's so difficult for us to sneak out of school, and now you want to go to another school, you nutcase? Hey, but I'm seriously gonna see the sports meeting. Elder sister Lynn, see you later after school. Hey, okay, I feel like the story has shifted to these three characters. Yes, this way, please. Oh, your school culture's entertainment life is really colorful, huh? Indeed, that's a total difference from the one we've seen before. It's like the school's anniversary really got a style. If the restraints are loosened, we'd be able to throw a better event. The use of holding such an event, will they increase our college enrollment rates? Yeah, that's right. We are advocating quality-oriented education now, right? There are more brilliant activities here. We will not only famous amongst the different schools, but also well known in the whole school district, even the entire city significantly. Parents don't care about these things at all. They send their children to go to the universities. What use of the fancy events? Actually, there's many sub-city policies for school activities. Many leaders emphasize quality-oriented education and balanced development during the 2 sessions lately. Catering to the policies of the top must be considered as a positive, right? You know quite well, indeed, the documents from the superiors did have many subsidies related to the school activities. Yes, how could us not participate for some reason, and even the students understand, right? I'll just take this as an alternating study and expand on the school's social influence. But we must still focus on the academic results of our students. That's our financial competitiveness. We can't forget our origins. Sure. Lucian, let's keep going to see the next place. Okay, leaders, right this way. How are you? Are you in good condition? Let's fucking go! Go where? Yes, I'm good. Violet is wrapped in a blue sportswear. She nods gently. I always wanted to ask. Is this outfit too small for you? I don't feel that way. Because you see, the zipper is hard to zip. Is it? I feel alright. As expected, I'm not gifted in taking dirty jokes. She's not even aware of it. However, the misgivings in my heart gradually fade away. I was worrying that she'd be upset about what happened yesterday afternoon, but seeing her condition now, I can stay calm and worried for nothing. Although, her attitude's still ambiguous. Right, you didn't sign up for anything, did you? I didn't. Damn it, Ash, you fucked all this up. It was very clear you were supposed to sign up for this three-legged race thing with her. I said that I just like running and playing. Oh, you fucking suck, you know that? She nods her head, half comprehend and half gaze at the athletes on the field again. So far, the sports meeting is running smoothly. Although the scale's not so big, it's come a long way in comparing the sports meeting held in the first half of the year. Although I didn't witness the entire sports meeting at the time, they called my head teacher and urged me to leave the school early, and then I went home to do the other test papers. That's a tangent. The entire school gate and the hallway are decorated. It looks so like a big event. Of course, Lucian said that many materials are provided by sponsors, and those decorative materials or slogans have visible brand logos on them. Besides, many cars parked around the school since this morning, and I saw many people wearing suits and ties coming in and out. And there's many students wearing different school uniforms in our school, and we've been informed by a class committee to treat them like guests. There's some carts selling roast sausages and kebabs along the playground. It would be close to the campus festival that appears almost in every cartoon. Ah, Ash! Green? Have you seen Lucian? Lucian? No, I didn't pay attention. That guy said he went to receive the leaders, and now the leaders are all gone. I couldn't find them anywhere. And then... nothing! I'll look for them again myself. On the contrary to me, who is so bored, there's so many people getting busy for this event. You may not believe it, but I did get busy for this event for a long time. I'm serious. President of the school council seems to be occupied all the time. The vice president. Oh, the vice president. You guys seem to be friends since before, right? Kinda. We've known each other since high school grade 1. He's a good friend if he's not nagging. Nagging? Sounds similar to you. I'm nagging? Very naggy. Really? Yes, you can't stop when you start talking. It's so unrelated to the timid personality you told me about. You really like to talk. Wait, I thought we were talking about the vice president, huh? Were we? Absolutely. Oh, so shall we keep talking about him? Never mind. When Violet smiles like that, she always makes me feel terrified. So we'd rather talk about the latest political news, such as Middle East conflicts or famine in Africa. Yo! Daisy! Violet, good morning. Long time no see. You only met each other yesterday. Ever since the last weekend, their relationship's been getting better and better. Daisy seems to come to our class when the teacher was not around, just to say hello to a few familiar faces, and even brought drinks for Violet. Of course, not the royal drinks such as the carton coffee. It was often common iced black tea that Daisy likes. Nobody's talking to you. Hey! Don't be like that. He's apologized. It's not about the apology he didn't. Yes, he didn't do any. Yes, I didn't do anything wrong. You stupid flunky, shut your mouth. Hey! Of course, the four of us met yesterday after school, and I still remember the gnashing sounds in Daisy's mouth when the upset Violet was taken away by me against her will. Okay. I'm just kidding. Don't be upset. How's Violet now? Tell me about it, okay? She's just... But I've made up my mind on whether to tell Daisy that Violet was bullied on the details. Nothing. I was scolded by the teacher. It didn't feel good. Huh? My clothes are being pulled hard. Huh, I'm being scolded by the teacher? Yes, she was distracted during class and the teacher picked her to answer a question and she couldn't answer it. Seriously? Yes. Yeah, very true. That isn't that. Huh? It's just the same as me yesterday. Huh? Huh? That old man picked me to answer questions while I was sleeping. I've seen how two embarrassed others. I've seen how to embarrass others. I didn't know he could dislike me like that. I was sleeping, okay? It's wrong to sleep during lessons. Without your IQ, you deserve it. Finally, I come to this side. On one hand, I didn't want to make small talk with the other two girls. On the other hand, the green returned to entrust me with something. You're free anyway. Could you please help me to look for Lucian? It's really rushed and important. I'm begging you, please. Do I really look so free right now? Even if I am. And then during the last 15 minutes, I searched the most corners of the playground hallways for the second, third, and fourth floors, as well as our classroom. After confirming that there was no sign of them, I felt exhausted and just tired as the athletes in the field bringing honors to their respective classes. So there's also two reasons for me to come here. Firstly, my throat needs water badly. Second, there's a possibility that Lucian could be here. Oh, this canteen's really big, much bigger than our schools. Ha, look, they got more meat too. Aha, that's true. Damn it. Why are canteen foods like grass on the grass field? Look, they've got tea eggs. What, tea eggs? How can they eat such luxurious things? However, there's many people here, including the students from the other schools. Might as well say that everywhere in the school is packed with people except classrooms. Who are you cheering for today? Little Zia from class 3? Wow, she's so handsome and cute. You like that type? I think Lucian from class 9 is more handsome. Forget about it. He's a big shot. You have no chance. Besides, he didn't sign up for any items. You won't see him here. It's okay. As long as I can see a cute guy, I'll settle for any place. Everything's easier if you have a pretty face. Huh, isn't that? Lucian, it's him! Who's that girl? How could this be? Oh, it turns out Lucian has a girlfriend already. Thank God I'm not interested in him yet. Huh? It's quite normal for a guy like Lucian to have a girlfriend, okay? Uh-huh. Lucian, is he really here? With his girlfriend? Okay. I tried hard to find you. Don't run away, okay? I'm not running away. I still got important work to do, darling. Enjoy the games here, okay? Okay. I slowly approach Lucian, and I see to hear a terrible conversation. Why, it's darling. This tone really got my goosebumps. So annoying. It's just no one would say that word to me in my life. I'm getting real jealous. Are you leaving then now? Yes, I'm very sorry. So when are you coming to pick me up? Later. I'm going to pick you up during lunchtime. It's a long time away. What's this busy job he has to do? You have to leave your girlfriend aside. But according to Green, this is quite complicated. But even that is not the proper way to treat a girl. I won't do that whatsoever. Why can't you find someone to help? That's because of your little sister? Haha, yes, exactly. Huh? I'm so done with this guy. You shouldn't show affection to your lover just everywhere. You have to make some outsiders jealous, huh? And to put aside the jobs for your girlfriend, where's the sense of responsibility you're so proud of? Ash? Green's been looking for you. I've searched everywhere for you for quite a while. I never thought you could be so co-quitting with your girlfriend. Oh, right. Shit. I turned my phone off just according to the company leaders, so I forgot to turn it off. So hurry up. That's it. I delivered the word. I'm going back. Wait. Stop waiting. I'm going to the classroom to think about life. Sonny, say hello to this big brother, okay? Why? Darling, say hello. Oh my god, she's cute as fuck. My fault, I gotta change her voice. Hello. The seemingly terrified girl gently stepped forward from the back of her tall, strong boyfriend. What? She opened her eyes widely and looked at me vigilantly. Ash, can you help me with something? What do you want? I told you I'm going back to the classroom. Help me take care of her. My younger sister, Sunny. So I'm not about to take care of other people's girlfriends? Friend. My pitch raised an octave unconsciously when I affirmed this statement becomes a question. What did you say? She's your younger sister. Yes, I'm Lucian's younger sister, Sunny. She asked for me to leave her She asked for a leave in her school to come over to see the sports meeting. I'm really occupied, so I couldn't take care of her well. If you can, could you please help me take care of her a little bit? Just to make sure she doesn't run around, okay? Brother! I haven't replied yet. A sense of distrust comes out of this girl's mouth. She's not tall, perhaps a bit shorter than Daisy. Middle school student? This big brother is Ash. My classmate, People's good brother, good teammate of China. He's a good brother and a good teammate of China. He's helped me many times before. He's definitely a good guy. But I didn't want to help you, but you threatened me. I'll come look for you guys later in class 9. Thank you so much, Ash. Wait, I haven't... Oh well, if anything happens to my younger sister... Lucian bends his elbow and makes a cutting throat motion with his thumb. You know. Huh? Your expression now is just terrifying. I'm just kidding. Okay, Sonny, forgive me this one time, okay? If any teacher asks, tell them that you're from grade 1, class 8, and your head teacher's last name is Chen. They say you're sitting in the second row to last row of the first column on the playground near the teaching building. You made up those lies. Come on. If you're thirsty, buy drinks here. If you're hungry, ask this big bro to buy you food, okay? Why do I have to buy her food? Anyway, listen to Big Brother, okay? Don't get lost. Ash, if you got time, could you also tour her around the school? I know, brother. You go and do your business. I'll ask this big brother to guide me. Is that okay? Oh. Then that's it, bro. Do a good job giving her a tour. I'm not your bro! Boop. Looking at the brother going away and the sister staying here, I can't help but sigh. I always teach others how to reject. Why can I change my soft personality? So, let's go, Sonny? Okay. What the fuck? This place! I've been here before! Nonsense. You wouldn't even got into the school if you didn't go through here, unless you climbed over the wall. Right! Those paintings, did my brother draw them? He said that he's in the art class. It seems that they're concentrating on these. Those are drawn by me and a few friends. Pooh, I did all the work. I couldn't let him take the credit. They're drawn by you? The guiding brother? The guiding brother? Kinda. Leave alone this nickname that I have no choice but to slightly agree upon given her unknown reasons. What's with this dubious face? Trust the basis of human interaction. Don't you know that? They're terrific, especially this one and this one. That's for class 3, the one you pointed at, and later is for class 8. Actually, it's the only one in the special effects. Of course, that's enough to impress a small kid like you. But this one's the best. Which class does this belong to? Oh, our class. Oh, it's so great. Holding hands with your friends and running on the slopes, that feels so good. Holding hands with a friend running on the slopes, there's a possibility of falling. I made that criticism in my heart when I drew this painting. Oh my god, look at her eyes. Wow. The classroom's so much bigger than ours. Yours? Which school? 68th middle school nearby. Oh. It seems to be a common in middle schools without much reputation. It's understandable that the school has small classrooms, few students, and old equipment. Can we go in this classroom and take a look? I guess so. There should be no one inside. Oh. Hey guys, what's up? What y'all doing here? Ash, why are you here? Yaha! You said there was nobody inside. I didn't realize that this classroom of class 7. And I don't understand why I would have ran into these two. Ash, what are you doing now? Oh wait, what do you mean? Not only Violet, you're making a move on this little girl? You're worse than a beast. Huh? Don't scold me without evidence in front of a stranger. And what do you mean by not only Violet? Yes, Ashley is so gentle and warm. Yes, Ash is so gentle and warm that this girl's tender to like this kind of boy is quite normal. Wait, you misunderstand. No need to explain. I know that because we're almost the same. Wait. Hi, little people. Oh. Huh. She's Lucian's younger sister. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have come in without permission. It's Guiding Brother's fault. Guiding Brother. I'm sorry. I got it on your face. Can you please be well behaved? Don't spray ice black tea from your mouth. I'm Daisy, your guiding brother's friend. This is Violet. She's also our friend. How do I put this? Welcome to watch the sports meeting. Enjoy the day, okay? Hello, Sister Daisy, Sister Violet. Sister? Not bad. Then, shall we go see other places? Why don't we all go together? Violet, we still got some time before your match, right? Yes, we still have 20 minutes. Okay, let's go. You're really interested in that. I gave you this tiring job if I knew this earlier. If you were really interested in that, I would have given you this tiring job if I knew earlier. You guys are here. Thank you so much, Ash. Thank God you found Lucian otherwise. Wow, such a big office. Let me introduce you. This is Lucian's... Ash, this is all your fault. What? Although we talked about the topic and watched it type at your home, although we talked about that topic and watched it at your home, I'd admit I'd like to... But that's only entertainment. It's art piece. Art. You could do it to such a little girl in real life. You're worse than an animal. Oh my God. Stop it! Hi, I see. You're not the P word. I lost my manners. Please bear with me. My brother talks about you quite often. He said Green is very outstanding, but he's tender to be lazy. He's over it. What, lazy? Why everyone thinks you're committing a crime when you're with Sunny? How am I supposed to know? You were the ones who started it, okay? That's because Ash looks quite tolerant and kind, right? Or perhaps Lucian wouldn't understand, or wouldn't entrust you guys with such a job. Oh, think he's honest and unworldly and doesn't go around to make trouble? You guys stop it. When will my brother come back to accompany me? Probably at lunchtime. So was it because lazy brother didn't do his job well and makes my brother so tired? The little girl got you so easily. Poor vice president. I like this band of friends that's uniting right now. Then we all took little Sunny to see a lot of places along the corridor of the teaching building. Put Green and me aside, the three of them were pretty excited. Fun times to be had for all. The three-legged race. Participants of the three-legged race, please get ready for the preparation zone. Zone. I repeat, participants of the three-legged race, please get ready to in the participation zone. Zone. Until we heard the sound of the broadcast on the playground. That's enough for warm-ups. Is everything prepared? I'm fucking ready. Anyway, yes, don't worry. Where's Daisy and the others? She's scalded by her head teacher. She's sitting in our classroom right now on that side of the field. I pout towards the side of the oval track. Right now, the arises made of desks and chairs across the track become so bustling, completely different from the cold and lonely condition in the morning. Unsurprisingly, they're all here for this item. Don't worry. Surely I'll cheer for you. Okay. Sister Violet, let's go! I'll do my best. I feel that my fists are clenched more tightly. I turn back not to face Violet anymore, because in a sense, I don't wish Sunny to concentrate on this match. After all, Violet's going to pair with Skinny Boy. Their strength and ornamental value wouldn't be great, not to mention she'll be teased by those scumbags. That's alright, the results don't matter. After all, our school can't even hold a sports meeting. Why? Because the space is limited, the tracks on the playground are not long enough, and we'd have to borrow some sports equipment from other schools. Oh. And the atmosphere now makes me feel strange for some unknown reason. I don't know what's going on, but it's quite subtle. I feel kind of cold. The three-legged race. Participants of the three-legged race, please get ready in the preparation zone. The match will begin in 10 minutes. I repeat, three-legged race. Participants of the three-legged race, please get ready in the participation zone. The match will start in 10 minutes. Minutes. The mixed-gendered pairs on the sides are getting ready, but why? Ash, what's wrong? Do you see Sun Hao? That's right, because that Skinny Boy doesn't show up here. Participants of the three-legged race from all the classes, please get ready. The match will begin soon. I repeat, participants of the three-legged race from all classes, please get ready. The match will start soon. What the fuck? Can't come! How could it be? Indeed, I couldn't find him anywhere. This is so troublesome. By the way, why'd you come with the guiding brother? Didn't you tell me you weren't busy until lunchtime? This, many reasons. Is it Sun Hao? Damn it. I should have thought it. The guy would surely run away from this. And isn't that mean Sister Violet can participate in the match? So she can't engage if her partner isn't around. It's a shame. Because he knows that others will make fun of him. Because he knows he'll be teased like shit. After all, that guy was being bullied like that. If it wasn't me, I'd probably do this. If it was me, I'd probably do the same thing. In other words, only Violet would be so determined to participate in this match. Do something, okay? You're also boys. Can't you replace the guy who stood us up? Sunny is gluing the plot together. Thank you, Sunny. God bless you. Although I haven't given this some thought. No way. We'll be punished if we get caught by the committee. Replacement and sports events meetings will publicize and criticize the record and endearment. Not only the qualifications will be canceled, but the class score will be deducted by a lot. Oh, yes, so goes the class mobile red banner. Our school is also the same. No. Then we should just let it be, huh? Then just let it be. But just like Lucian said, I know that would be the result better than anyone. Ash, seriously, don't think about doing it. For others, deducting points from the class having a dermot is no big deal. But I've told you before, you're different. Why is he different? In simple words, this guy can't get into any trouble. He's doomed to be badly punished if he messes up even a little bit in school. What's that mean? Stop asking. All in all, he can't do anything wrong. I can't do anything wrong. Ash. Participants of the three-legged race of all classes, please get ready. The match is about to begin. I repeat, participants of the three-legged race of all classes, please get ready. The match is about to begin. Yeah. But it's like what Sunny said. I still want to run a few rounds. Could you please take some time for me again? What a pity. Sister Violet did nothing wrong. That coward did. It's alright. He shouldn't be blamed. This is so pitiful. In the morning, I won't lose to those guys. Even though my partner is not running, we'll finish the match. To this girl who's devoted so much time for this match, she's not only losing the chance to compete, but also the opportunity to change something. This is so pitiful. I'm gonna find the committee and quit the match. I can't delay other people, right? She's different from that boy. She's different from me in the past. It's alright. I still got a chance next time. Sister Violet! She wants to fight back. She's not different from me now. She wants to fight back. Three-legged race is the thing I want to do. It's something that makes me happy. And what could I do to help her? Just like Daisy helped me who wanted to fight back. Sister Violet, you really can't participate in the race, huh? Is there any solution, brother? That's it. We couldn't do anything about it. Oh. She can take the race. And then I have this conclusion. What? She can do that. How? How? You got a plan? No plan. I'm going to be Violet's partner. You diehard. I already told you that's not going to work, alright? No. I said it's alright, okay? And like Lucian said, if an accident happens, that kind of accident won't happen. Lucian, let's make a deal. This morning, Violet, Daisy, and I took care of your younger sister for an hour and 30 minutes, respectfully. We kept her safe. She's very happy now. In exchange, I would like to ensure that Violet gets to participate in this match without trouble. What? Huh? Here's the method. I'll replace Sun Hao. Violet and I'll participate in this match. And you need to find a way to cover our breach until the end of the sports meeting. Wait! You know how troublesome that would be? How many people would get involved to bury this thing at which everybody knows? You have any idea how troublesome taking care of your younger sister was? Sunny was troublesome? What do you mean? That's alright. It's just difficult as you get to the... It's just as difficult as you get this thing done smoothly. A deal must be just and fair. We don't owe each other. You should know that. You bastard. Make up your mind. We're all running out of time. You're really funny. Lucian, I know. We have a deal. Wait. It really doesn't matter to me. You're just running. You don't have to do such complicated things. Wow. Unconsciously, I grab Violet's arm below her sportswear and drag her forward. A behavior seems to be inappropriate to others. It's quite necessary to me. Ash, wait! We've done so much, didn't we? 13 rounds. We ran through the track step by step, okay? You have any idea how tired I was back then? I was... That's right. You don't want to resign to these circumstances. Even me. I don't want to resign either. Like you said, I taught you those sentences. I should accompany to the end, right? You didn't want to join the match at all. All you wanted to do is running. It doesn't matter who's your partner. Am I right? Sister Violet, let's fucking go! Do a good job for our class, you guys hear me? Right. Violet presses her lips tightly and nods her head hard as if she wasn't expecting it. Which class are you from? Why so slow? Which class are you from? Why so slow? Sorry, they're from class 9. They had runs, they had the runs. They just got better. Had the runs? Yes, there must have been something wrong in the soybean milk at school. Is this girl, but this boy looks different from the picture on the list. Oh, well, you see, it ain't the same. But this one and that one, ain't it the same? All right. Anyway, hurry up and fasten the rope. The race is about to begin. Yes, sir. Someone who hated trivial things. I have no choice. If I don't finish the task I receive, I'll feel upset. But are you okay with this? In this case, anything goes wrong, it will be dire for you, just as Lucian said. I don't think you have time for others. Now we're tied together. Puff, I really don't mind. But I'm scared to death. Violet and I walked on the track and squatted down. I'm tied. My right leg is tied to Violet's left. A girl's shanks feel soft. So, it's so pitiful that they're covered by these trousers and sports suits. I feel everybody looking at us. Yes, of course. Even standing at the 100-meter track, I can still feel those malicious eyes from the boys at the opposite end. If the classmates from class 9 find that it's me, they have to gossip about it. I seldom trust others, but at this moment, I can only trust Lucian. Have you ran like this before? Of course not. Right. I should have participated with you yesterday. I should have practiced with you yesterday. Hey. Do you trust me? Yes, of course I do. Then follow my lead. At least I've ran for several times. I've gained a little experience. Fine. And thank you. Big brother, big sister, Violet, go! Sunny's still cheering. Sunny's still cheering for us. She's the most excited one. Thank you. The murmur coming from her lips, and which were close to me, went to my ears. I had fleshed a strong heartbeat with my right arm touched at the softness. Why do girls smell so fragrant? Isn't this an offensive game? That makes Green bring forward this game. Ready? Wow, it's about to begin. Yes! Violet held my arm with hers like others, gently but sturdily. A wonderful pleasure sensation surged in my mind, flushing away the agony left over in my heart from the last night. Go for it! Okay. Wow, it begins! I'm really excited for this race! Why is our vice president a student of union a pervert like this? There's nothing wrong. This is an opportunity of what middle school students need at present. So there's nothing bad to provide products that are meeting the market demands, isn't it? You're playing sophistry. Huh? What's wrong? Is that bastard? Let's go! Holy shit, it's Ash! Wait, I remember that this guy hasn't enlisted. How could it be him? Violet's partner was supposed to be someone else. Well, why are they? And right, and I was confused at the time, but the number of the students from the other classes, and Lucian took when Lucian handed over the list yesterday as well. These two are even hand in hand. What's your focus point? Ashley just ran into me when he went back to the teaching building. Wait, Ash just ran into me when he went back to the teaching building. In front of 3 or 4 leaders dressed in suits. He required me to find Sun Hao for him. Wow, you just ignored the leaders and go to help your bro? I had no choice. Can't resist that look. Wow, you're disgusting. At the end, you haven't found Sun Hao, right? Yeah. And no matter what I said, he decided to do it himself. And he said, what about Violet? He knew that this was troublesome, but he still obliged without hesitation. Also, Terrell's rating with a party of 9. Let's go. Did that big brother really say that? Yes, it's interesting. He said he didn't feel like doing anything, but actually he devoted himself much more than I did. He said that he wanted an easy life. Nevertheless, he was busy and making troubles for himself. Just as you did in the past. But I never thought that you'd recognize others in such an easy way, seeing that you always look at them as such counterparties in the past. I'm a cold-blooded person. Fine, fine. Just watch the game. They're going in! Ha, 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 ha. Lack of practice. We're unfamiliar at the beginning. But in the events case, we're much better than the contestants behind us who fell down at the beginning. The long hairs are getting in the way. You have to endure it. Every step we ran, we learned each other's own tempos by our wrists and legs. I experienced Violet's strength and pace with my heart and coordinated the matching pace with hers. We moved faster and faster. Clutch my hand! We haven't lost! Yes, we'll keep fighting to the end, won't we? Why do these heartbreaking scenes always occur? How secure is this? Stop it! They're good! They didn't blunder, but reach a higher speed. You're right. But, right, the most critical point is the turn halfway. If the contestants haven't practiced over and over again, it's common to see them fall during the turn and give up the race. That's the match at that point. They're still holding arms. They're even stretched inside. Can we just focus on the game? If the turn front is the most critical point, don't you remember? Yes. Just like a rabbit, we had jumped through the quarters of the course. After another quarter of the course, we had to face the white line that indicates the sharp turn. Follow my order when we get there. Okay. I had no extra strength to spare for others, not to mention that we had nothing to do with these guys. Those two appear to be strong. Which team are you referring to? The one with the biggest boobs. Wow, I can see them. Shit, I'm jealous of that boy. And they make it without difficulty. They must have practiced. Darn it, hearing those words, I feel jealous too. I should have participated in this competition. There's no such competition at our school. I feel upset. Why, that bitch! What's up, sis? Don't you want to join in the games? I'll strike you down if you bullshit anymore. Phew. Fuck those two junks. It's almost there. The sharp turn is right over there. Take your feet at the center point, then spin. Get it? How do I do that? You go in front and then I follow. Turn around and take the 3 steps and I'll carry you. Get it now? Yes, I get it. I take smaller steps one by one and Violet coordinates with me. We're getting close to the small challenging white line in the moderate manner. 5 steps left. Right. 5-4. There's no other thing in my mind but Violet's breath and the heavy steps and the tempo of our feet. 3, 2. I clutch Violet's wrist fiercely and push hers forward. And she held mine at the same time, striding forward. Hey! Anime as fuck right now! I'm surprised that you're so great. At noon, the burning sunlight cast on the floor, making the rails on the balcony scorching. Why don't you have lunch with them? I don't want to go with a bunch of girls. You're right. We three boys together will enjoy a happier time. That's weird of you to say. Violet and I took a while to recuperate, and then I had rest for a long time with the crowd in the canteen. Violet was going to entertain Sunny to lunch. Then Daisy took those two well-known over rice to a well-known over rice restaurant, which is outside of the school. As for Green, the handsome boy with the what's up, Goggles, with the befount hair, and me, if we choose to have lunch in the canteen. The rumor which goes that the substitute runs for you was suppressed by us generally. This wasn't a difficult thing. Why do you have to go to magnify it? Night classes let out early. Hey, you wanna know what's funny? They actually talked about night classes in this story a while back. Because they have to take night classes too. Network is expendable. It gets less after use. Wow. Then I have to thank you that I've been exploited by you for so many times. You sound rude. But frankly, now that you know why they're here to make fun of you, why don't you just quit the game like Sun Hao? Compare that to being laughed at by others, I prefer to laugh at others' farce. That's right. Lackey of the fourth elder brothers are hated by the boys in the class. After all, I ran together with the amazing girl Violet. It feels wonderful. Well, I found you're an interesting person. What? To be honest, I was intended to save the money spent in hiring designers outside the school so I could persuade you to join our organization committee of that event. I guessed nearly. That's because your last year's painting. It's famous for its graphic sense, though the technique used average. How can he talk with brutal frankness? But I never lie. The price for hire is getting higher. Also, it's not easy to borrow a good computer. You promoted the sales both internally and externally. Do you really do it to save money for school? Is it corruption to save the funds approved by the school for the future activities? I don't think so. His eyes dulled under the His eyes dulled under my contemplation, but brightened up in short time. This is a triptych contract signed by me with the school and the sponsor. If to run a company, I'll be the boss. You? You kidding me? Why would they sign you, a poor student? Moreover, will the school agree in such a contract? You'll gain the profit instead of them. They have to. Why? Because President Chi's my father. It wasn't startling news for me. It was startling news for me. My jaw lowered to be dislocated. Not so many people knew. But I think it's okay to tell you. Is that true? The boy standing in front of me is the eager for money, is the son of the president? This really is an unusual school. I'll take the risk. And I reached an agreement on that with my father. Fortunately, I haven't experienced a real loss otherwise. I must have been broke. Huh? So that's why he's in omnipotence. Not only because of his abilities, but also his wealthy family as well as his network. I'm sorry that I had drawn on you by such a rough way. You suck. He said that in a way that would risk, but in fact, he's got his rich father to support him. Or just call it a routine, how the rich man tempers his children. We've seen a lot of TV dramas. I just knew you would say like this. But I can't blame you for anything. After all, it's none of my business. Don't you want to ask what my purpose is? I have no interest. And you have no say that... You've not said it before. And you've said it before. It's for someone or what? If you can solve the problem with the notes for me, our business relationship will come to an end. That's why I hate him. Not because of his competent appearance, financial capabilities, or something else, but you have a good father. Huh? You sound... Am I wrong? Since you don't have an interest, you can just think of it this way. Okay. Fine. Forget it. This game's about to begin. Would you like to go? The game? Yes, the additional one. One of your classmates from Class 7 has urged you to go. Well. What? You appear to forget, don't you? Is this the competition field where Sister Daisy will play? I guess. When I rushed to the computer room at the end of the second floor, I found that Daisy had entered the room to prepare for the game. It's the kind of good thing that I would be scolded by her at this moment. Did she enlist in the competition? I'm not sure about it. After all, this is not a significant game. So, what is this competition? Well, I want to know that too. It's a competition by playing games on computers that are connected to each other. The competition is to play Warcraft, a popular real-time strategy game. I seldom watch news, but I know games of this kind are highly focused now. It's said that the world-class competitions are being held with tens of million-dollar prizes. What is a strategy game? It's a game that manipulates base heroes and soldiers, emphasizing on how to knock down your opponent's forces. It's easy to talk about, but it's important to choose an appropriate race, technique, and the time to establish branches, as well as take proper control in war. It sounds difficult. Indeed, this is a difficult game. Can Daisy win? I found her opponents are all boys. Can Sister Daisy make it? Alas, it's tough. As I expect. It's tougher for those competitors to win, Daisy. What? Really? Yo, let's go. It's Warcraft. Yo, ward it up, bitch. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, that was a tactic used by the player from Class 7 infantry surrounding. Wang, what do you think of the tactic? Vice President can see the operations levels of the two competitors in the combat at far cry from each other. Oh, there's Daisy! Yo, let's go, Daisy! Put it simple. Mr. Vice President, that means players from Class 5 is unable to turn the tides. He'll lose the game sooner or later. Yes, there is a distinct gap between those two. It would be hard for those guys to play a clumsy way to gain advantage if he had chosen a race that could restrain Daisy's. And in just 10 minutes, we can see the results from several rounds and fights. But why are these two making such commentary? Player from Class 5A who harassed those farmers were eliminated before they don't have enough gold to retrieve for the heroes. Just as Wang said, players from Class 5 is doomed. There's no doubt that this guy has a high passion for the massacre of enemies. Damn it! How could this be? The loser howls desperately. The players from Class 7 breaks through the base. Players from Class 5 surrounded by typing out the GGs. GGs, boy. Some of these people down here going,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
A monster she is. Daisy struck a victory pose, then took the lid of an ice black tea and quaffed it. Big Sister Daisy looks so strong. I don't know much about this game, but I find she's great. Generally, as we see in cartoons or TV dramas or movies, competitors are always beaten down because of their own arrogant attitudes. Hey, hey. Huh? Why are you looking at me? I'm not laughing at you. Why are you looking at me? I'm not laughing at you, although I have a smile on my face. She used the tactic so adeptly. Player from Class 7 has established the 14 archer towers on her opponent's base. Players from Class 3 have no choice but to overturn. He typed out GG's. Shit, dude. Wow. How to construct buildings and other bases? Is she playing tricks? I'm fed up with the cheering and yelling. Just as the last round, Daisy won the second round of the game against the discouraged player from Class 5 in 5 minutes, and she spent less than a quarter to knock down the player from Class 3. How come there's a monster in our school? Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Is it too much to call her a monster? Our opponent just keeps practicing day and night in our leisure time, and thanks to that little gift endowment, but just a little. Hey, hey, hey! Daisy was so proud that she folded her arms across her chest, in which seems to be teased and vanquished. That combat over there looks more interesting. There's many new soldiers. Look over there. Phil's battle shown on the screen was proceeding. Players from Class 9 was fighting hard with players from Class 1. It seems so. They're playing a different way. Merely they entered the late game of combat. Well, they're just too weak to win the game like Sister Daisy. You could say that. It's the finals. At long time, we finally entered the decider. Hey, Mr. Vice President, it was an excellent game between Class 9 and Class 1. Each round lasts over 40 minutes. I get parched after my commentary. Yes, you're right. And the ultimate show is about to begin. Now, here's the time for determination of the winner between players from Class 7 and Class 9. Hey, hey! Watch, just a piece of cake for me to win the champion. Go, Daisy! My classmate seems to be strong. Who are you rooting for, Violet? Both of us from Class 9, don't you remember? Yes, she's so combative with the player from Class 1 a long time ago. My eyes are getting tired. Just as Elder Brother Guide says, they're good at late game, right? Come on, don't prolong the battle to late game. It'll be fine. A strange look flashed in her eyes. She's gonna win the champion, but why doesn't she look satisfied? Oh, Daisy. What's the matter? I'm thinking of something. Your only arch rival in our school that you mentioned before didn't participate in the game, right? Yes. I told you before he didn't participate in. So that's why I'll take the champion for sure. Open your eyes. You'll see how I'll knock your weak classmate down, huh? Daisy showed a competent smile. Then she turned around to her computer. Wow, whoa. Sister Daisy, you're the best. Go, go. Uh-oh. This is the final game. This is the final game. Round 1 begins. We can see from the screen, player from Class 7 as the Brave Fighter is born at 11 o'clock on the map. A player from Class 9 shows up at 4 o'clock. Hey Wang, I'm stunned by the performance of the players from Class 9 in the group battle. He tried to manipulate over 70 soldiers. And he can tackle calmly under such wretched condition. He's a really great. He's a good operation and manipulation. Actually, I think of the possibility can win. The player from Class 7 is the type is good at the early game. A player from Class 9 can make it through 20 minutes and the situation may change. Yes, that's what I mean. Well, the player from Class 7 has dispatched our first hero. Let's see the front lines. I'm nerding out so fucking hard right now. Like he's way too into it. So, fuck. How come? Monster. Hey! About 5 minutes or 6 minutes later, quite a short time. Vice President, we were right. Yes, the player from Class 7 is an expert in early game. The warrior from our class crashed down along with Daisy's chuckle. Alas. Daisy was pretty focused on the battle, but after an easy victory, her eyelids dropped immediately. Congratulations to player 7! She beats to the punch of the first round. Okay, as ruled, it's the first 5-minute halftime break. If players from Class 7 can win the second round, then Class 7 will be the champion. Classmates, I'm sorry I lost the game. It's impossible for us to overcome such a strong opponent. It sucks. It seems Sister Daisy got tired. Yes. Look, she's drinking water without a trace of excitement. What the hell? Bullshit. How can she cheer up facing a bunch of weak opponents? What? But I think it was interesting. She's emulous. In her mind, it would be wasting time if she can't meet a comparable rival. Sunny has noticed this problem. Why does Big Brother Guy know so much? Not only about the game, but also Daisy's feelings in combat. Me? Oh, I used to play the game with her in the past. Did you? Yeah, a couple of times. I seldom accompanied her under the custody of my parents, except for times when she pulled me to her house through the window. Sometimes I discovered and couldn't avoid hard punches by them. That was another story. When you played with her, was she upset like this? Oh, I'm much better than these guys. I lost most games, but she was quite happy. Also, I had learned to call her loser names every time I won a game. Surely the loser was unable to retort. Well, Sister Violet, I think I understand Sister Daisy. So do I. What are you guys talking about? I guess older brother Guide must be her only rival in the school. Me? What? Yes. You must be joking. I think her rival must be someone she knows from the BBS. Why are you so smart to help your sister Violet, but also so dense when it comes to your sister Daisy's business? What? How could you call me dense? Hey, let me help Sister Daisy this time. Sonny? What are you gonna do, huh? Wow, player from Class 9 seems to have gotten a situation. They appear to talk about strategy. Hey, is that... In my opinion, they're unlikely to work out a strategy to overcome the player from Class 7 in a short time. Okay, player from Class 9 calls for a substitution. Mr. Vice President, can we replace a player during a game? Yes, why do you think we have 2 candidates from each class? Is that the reason? Of course, and as the rule specifies, only can replace player once before each round. It means if this player can win the second round, then the player will have to play a third round. Oh, I get it. Well, we can see the substitution from Class 9 is on his way. What? What happened? Nothing. Why is that bastard? The final battle in this electronic sports competition of the number 2 normal high school begins. Hi. Long time no see. You lied to me. You said you didn't join the competition. There must be a misunderstanding. Well, do you remember when we last battled? 3 months ago. 3 months ago! Have you forgotten that result? No. A harsh look is thrown towards me. The guy becomes serious when she battles with me. You were completely defeated. This is a rare opportunity for us to play together. You want me to allow 5 minutes for you to grow? I lost the game because your father's shabby notebooks. Huh. I'll knock you off your head. Why so? I became an imposter twice in a day. If my ethics are investigating, I could be suspended from school. Come on, big brother guy! Sister Daisy, knock him off! Okay, I will. Whoa! The way this brat tricks is like her older brother. Wow, Ashley from Class 9 chooses the common... wow, Ash from Class 9 chooses a common tactic that suppresses the player from Class 7. It's a solid beginning. Hey, this song go, by the way. Let's go! Just as the beginning, as the players from Class 5, this is the one who was defeated in a few minutes. To warm up the game, those two stupid commentators on stage who failed to take steps keep putting oppression on me. I haven't played the game for months, however, I still remember the critical points. That's no. Okay, let's return to the front lines. Well, player from Class 7 adopts a strategy she uses in the second round at the beginning. It appears to be the quick attack. I just noticed that, but these two commentators have mentioned Daisy's tactics for many times unintentionally. The commentators perform in an amateurish way, but the competitors were still knocked out one by one. It means it is easy job for Daisy to outrage her opponents even if her strategy's been exposed. Bullshit. Can you withstand my attack? Although I had snooped her tricks before, the commentator revealed her strategy. The builder of the human race, she used to become a militarian man for a limited time by attacking a special method. Thus, she can approach my enemy's base within the time. After that, the militant men are transformed into builders, and the build archer tower grows up front of the enemy base. And I'm aware, the weakness of this quick attack is the time after the intruders are repulsed. It would be difficult for the player to overturn the inferior position because they consume the builders to battle. You'll never know. Daisy got anxious. Even with poor technique, I can beat down the militia if I catch a chance to raid during their movement. Wow, player from Class 9 sees through the marching of the player from Class 7. Death Knight intercepts the middle. Wow, he exerts Death Coil. Takes it away. Well done. What? Alas. He just struck back unexpectedly. Interesting. There she goes, player from Class 7. Her uses her evil cross surroundings. How could you be in a mood to give it a name? If the hero from Class 9 is knocked down, then he'll be unable to resist. Right, I'll have no way out. What? No, she failed. Hero player from Class 9 fled from the militia formation using before surrounded. On the contrary, he killed the militia men. How can he make such a reaction? Is it possible for players from Class 9 to win the game? Whoa, come on, Ash. Put an end to her ruling. I feel a commentator on the stage is quite in a role. Whoa! Ash seems to be great. Definitely. They've been fighting for 15 minutes. But we still can't tell the results. How can they get so proficient? How many times have they practiced? Who will use a tactic for the all... Who'd use that tactic all the time? Just take the Dragon Hawk Riders. Oh, sorry, that was me. Just take the Dragon Hawk Riders. So quick. Player from Class 7 still has energy to play Air Force. That's right, she turns to an Air Force, which player from Class 9 doesn't possess. That the wretched army in the front lines who have tried to beat the back militia catch sight of the big bird monster flying across the sky. Indeed, I have no way to fight against Air Force. However, she's not the only one who can change tactics. How can he make a spider? I thought he only possessed ghouls so far. Does he speculate about this? How could it be possible? I trained in a latent place. What a quick reaction player from Class 9 showed. He appeared to have read the mind of the player from Class 7. You cheater! Although Daisy deployed her soldiers in a sophisticated way, her flaw showed up gradually. Just as I said, her resources consumed in a quick attack, which led to being suppressed, could clip her wings in late game. I made my decision. Death Knight with 2 heroes behind him will exert all their skill. An Archmage, a human who is standing alone in the back row of the battleground. Oh, wow! A player from Class 9 is only heroes put to death. Now it's time for the reveal. Ash, sorry, player from Class 9 marches against the enemy. Player from Class 7 is a tenacious resistance, while player from Class 9 deploys the soldiers successfully. Can't player from Class 7 turn the tide? Not that easy. I can still hold for another 10 minutes. I told you that. You should pick somewhere else to build your branch. What? Player from Class 7 typed out GG. Player from Class 9 wins the game. Wow, throne all the way falls down one day. Throne always falls down one day. What a surprise that she was defeated. The third round, we come to the final battle. Damn, it's getting heated. Check my moves. Have you calmed down? I've always been calm. Then why didn't you go to the award ceremony? Green can handle those things. Anyway, we come from one class. Ah, thanks. You should be happy that you won the champion. I am. Well, you should be happy you won the champion. I am. I had a good time. Well, that's great. Did you make that mistake on purpose in the final round? I didn't. Is that true? Yeah. Since I was out of practice, I can't avoid mistakes. Really? Really? Yes. And if I went out of my way to lose the game, you wouldn't agree, right? Leaning against the wall, Daisy quaffed the ice black tea in her hand. Bingo! Right. You saw through my tactics today. After all, we battled many times. Yeah. The most interesting time I enjoy is when playing this game together. But I feel exhausted today. My energy was drained by her and the morning and afternoon. But your mistakes is funny. Everybody's laughing at you. Don't remind me of the scene. And I didn't have time to read those words. Then the game was over. You didn't read it. Damn it, how could a player from Class 9 lose the game under the conditions that he would possess 20 forces more than his opponent? Wait, did he charge forward? Charge forward from the player of Class 7. Charge forward? How can he lose with the destroyers under the dominant situation? He could win once he attacks, or even just attack with the enemy base from the victory. Gosh, forgot that the front line should just go attack her base. This wave of soldiers were sacrificed. Rush! Oh no! What do you want me to comment? Player from Class 9 surrenders. Player from Class 7 wins the best 3 set. She wins the champion. I win the game! I lost. Haha, yes! Eh? What are you doing? Ash? Sorry, it was my fault. Let's make up. Before I surrendered, I typed out those words, and even I forgot to shift the input method before I typed. By the way, I used private chat function only on Daisy's computers, so only Daisy's computer can show. On the screen of Green's computer, this message wouldn't appear. You didn't see my message? Although I had anticipated that possibility of the result, in contrast to the enjoyabilities of improvisations, there is a risk that no one caring. Idiot! Bastard! Badass! I was kidding! How could I miss that? What? Typing in the game is nothing. Is there any different from love confessions sent by SMS? I'm sorry. She took a sip of her ice black tea and turned around looking at me with a complicated smile. Tell me directly. I won't give you an answer if you don't open your mouth. Be quick. Give you 5 minutes. When I'm in a good mood. She looks so serious. Usually this kind of smile, but for her, this is a rare look. That's a look that she shows when she's hesitant. She has turned me down for thousands of times but never looked me in the eyes. So this time is only this time. I can't hesitate anymore. Let's make up. Wow. Cool. You didn't have to repeat the words 4 times. Everyone had a good time today. Speaking of your 3-legged race, you did a good job. Did I? We won 3rd. Motherfucker, what? We won 3rd place, but out of my expectation, we were awarded a certificate. Big brother and sister Daisy played a nice game, although I couldn't understand it. Please stop talking the farce. Right, and she's required me curry flavor for her. I gained no reward at all. A big brother ought to help his younger sister. These two helped me get rid of the accusations of counterfeiting, though that was not my intention to join the game. I was required by the son of the president. He offers us convenience. Sonny, thank you. No problem. Hey. However, this is the best result. If I had known I was her desired rival, I would have made the same decision as Sonny. And I'm admitting that I'm a fool. Why did I never notice? Hey, how's my job? Poor, and you exposed my tactics, you super amateurish. How could it be? I had learned so many commenting skills before the game. Forget it. Green worked hard too, and Wang from my class is a funny person. Yes, Wang played this game for a long time. He has a poor performance in manipulation, but he's a good overall vision. Daisy's popular celebrity now. Where'd you go after the game? We didn't see you at the ceremony. We went to the restroom. Restroom? So, big brother? Yes, we went to the restroom. The game lasted 40 minutes, so I was caught short. Sounds reasonable. Big brother. Look at this poster. Hey. We had passed the gate and come to the bulletin board. There's many posters. Now find the picture from my brother's class of the best. Sonny was pointing at the glass over the bulletin board gently, under which the picture fixated the name of Class 9, Grade 2. It was drawn by an unknown transfer student who sketched the lines attentively with his superlative skills. Of course. No, I didn't say that picture of our class is not good. And it's a colorful picture that is a computer aided with voluntary help from my homie, all alone at midnight. Sister Violet told the draft of these pictures were all drawn by Big Brother? Yes, nearly. As the picture shown, we three were running towards an unknown finish line, hand in hand. Right at this moment, I had that feeling, suddenly. I feel like we were together, finally, at this moment. The finishing tape splits in front of our chests, breaking through many unutterable barriers. Thanks, everybody. Vice President, Violet, Daisy, and Ash. Sunny and I had a good day. Uh-huh. Nice to meet you. I'm so happy. We gotta go. Okay. Hey, goodbye for everyone. Bye! Can I play with you next time? Sure. Nice to meet you too. Hey, I can teach you Warcraft. Next time, please let me alone. Good. Goodbye, Sister Violet, Sister Daisy, Lazy Green. What? Why do you still call me lazy? Goodbye, big brother. You were so cool in both competitions today. Me? Both cool. Hey. Let's go. See you Monday. Bye. Okay, bye. I'm kind of embarrassed for this me. Yo, the sports festival arc was dope. I lay in my bed with my right hand stretched out, tossing and turning. Violet stopped halfway when we were both about to part. I suddenly noticed that Violet was quite different from when we first met. She's much more talkative and friendly. She becomes intimate with Daisy. She looks more lovely when she smiles. When she left, she held our hands gently, just like the scene in the poster. She said thank you to us gleefully. It's not our business to deal with troublemakers for now, but it will come sooner or later. But Daisy seems overexcited. Finally, I can reconcile with her seriously. Different from the estrangement before. We are back to the best relationship which we had from the past now. But there seems to be something different from the past. No matter for her or me, we've changed. I feel dread for no reason, but the wavering me gets staunched when I think of these things. Because I know I'm not alone. Because I feel free, finally. Sorry that I threw you away. Right. This is the only drawing book I have. It's not a part of the drawing diary I exchanged with Daisy, so most of the pages are blank. It's best fit for the recording of my new life. Let bygones be bygones. Must be different from the past. Therefore, before I find my true love, I count on you. Anyway, the sports meeting closed. Some thrilling incidents has happened today, but thanks to Lucian, it did no harm to my freedom. Mid-Autumn Festival is coming, and followed by the National Day. Not only me, but also the student union will have more spare time. It's perfect. I could never imagine this happiness in the past. Now I have freedom, and I haven't encountered big troubles in this new class. I made friends with my new neighbor classmate, and made up with my old friend. I haven't been hated by someone I care. Instead, I earned recognition and gratitude from so many people. Moreover, For those desires which I was too afraid to have, I feel moved and gratified. She's a girl brimming with graceful purple. She's a girl emitting sunny orange. They brighten up and fulfill my dull life, which was supposed to be gray with colors. Perhaps, I think I picked the right path after our parting. What should I draw? Oh! I gotta make choices?! Oh no! Oh no! Guys, no! 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 I knew this moment would come! I just didn't think it'd be right! The fuck! No! Oh, god damn it! No! No! Oh my god! That means we got alternate realities we gotta pick from now. No! No! No, I don't want to choose! I love them both! God damn it! Ah! Fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck! I don't want to choose! No! The story's actually been getting good and I like them both! Come on, man! Come on, man! Oh, man! No! Don't make me choose! I choose to draw nothing. Fuck! Man! This is bullshit! This is bullshit! Man! Bullshit, man! What should I do, chat? Okay, so check this out. I made 2 save files. So it's very obvious what I can do. I can make a save and choose an alternate reality. Or I can, but I know you guys want to see both. So, oh my god. Okay. Alright. I'll make a poll. I'll just make a poll. That's what I'll do. I'll make a poll. That's what I'll do. I'll just go to the creator dashboard and just make a poll so that you guys can pick who that I pick, and then once I pick the person that I can choose from the poll. The poll. Let's do it. Duration, 10 minutes. Oh, hell no. Just 1 minute, guys. Come on. All right. The poll is up. Go ahead, chat. Throw it down. I know there's 5 of y'all watching. Throw it down. Throw it down for me. Who should I pick? And then the loser won't get unpicked. They're just going to be picked in an alternate dimension. And I will show you guys that. Don't worry. I'll show you both endings. We need to know who gets picked first. Violet, the new girl, the one that gave the main character more purpose, or the revisiting of loves that past went, and Daisy. It's a difficult choice, and nobody's picking nothing. Thanks, guys. I always know I can count on y'all. This is such bullshit. This is some old bullshit. Navy, goggles, nobody's tied. Nobody's gonna pick. Okay. Well, the poll ended and nobody picked. I guess we'll have to leave this to the flip of a coin. Heads, I picked Violet. Tails, I picked Daisy. Let's do it. Here it goes, y'all. It's heads. I'm picking Violet. Here goes. All right. After all, I feel fulfilled for my present happiness. I have intention to ask for much, and I believe that that happiness lies in contentment. What a rare chance. I gotta enjoy this happiness. Shouldn't I? Through the desperate struggle, can I acquire this ordinary happiness? Please give me a little bit more time. Okay? I beg. Do you have to say no? I've just phoned your teacher. Are you trying to fucking rebel against me? When did you transfer to another class? Tell me. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, season 2, baby! It's season 2! Yo, get ready for season 2, y'all! It's gonna be lit! Next time, Tricolour Love Story, season 2, the second palette! I'm here for it! Don't miss it! Color out the world of your dreams. Let freedom be the ultimate color moving forward. The ties that keep us bind will always be together. The three of us will always be friends. Lies. Season 2. Chapter complete. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna save right here. Yes. There. We've saved here. Now we're gonna go back. We gotta load this one. Alright, so meanwhile, in an alternate timeline, what should I draw? Bam. Now this time, we get this. Yeah, meanwhile, in an alternate timeline. Alright. After all, I fulfilled for my present happiness. I have intention to ask for much, and I believe that happiness lies in contentment. What a rare chance. I gotta enjoy this happiness. Shouldn't I? Through desperate struggle, I can acquire ordinary happiness. Please give me just a little more time, okay? I beg. Do you have to say no? I just phoned your teacher. Are you trying to fucking rebel against me? When did you transfer to another class? Tell me. Okay, cool. We don't need to see that again. But this time, we're in season 2. And I have some... Let me see. Alright, so guys. I have some bad news, y'all. I have some bad news. Well, bad and good news. So, I've made a decision. And I know you guys aren't going to like it. But we have to do it. Especially now that the story's getting good. Hold on. So, here's the deal. Let's go back to the main menu. Let's go back to the title. Alright, so check it out. There's some good news and bad news, actually. But I'm going to say the bad news first. Lighten the load of the good news. So check this out. First, I need to... Let me put Daisy. I'm putting Daisy so I can remember that this is Daisy's save file right here. And yes, I'm going to need to remember. Trust me. Wait, what? Why didn't it save it? Daisy. Good. All right, cool. Let me load it again. Yes, it says Daisy. Cool. This is the Daisy timeline. I'm going to put Daisy timeline. All right. And I'm going to put in an exclamation point so I don't save over it on accident. All right. So, chat, I got some bad news and some good news. I'm going to say the bad news first. This is the last Wednesday in February, okay? So, technically this means our visual novel days are over right now. So, and I think 3 parts, that kind of lined up perfectly. That, like, all of that lined up perfectly. Although the first week we didn't play Tricolour Lovestory. I think we played Without Romance first. So the other 3 were Tricolour Lovestory. So, this is season 1. Much like an anime, this is season 1, right? This is season 1. Season 1 is officially over. We will come back with season 2 of Tricolour Lovestory at some point, okay? That's the good news. The bad news is, we won't see these guys for a bit, okay? We won't see these guys for a bit. But honestly, and I think Aqua Sakura was right, as time passed, I do enjoy this a lot more now. The story had a very agonizingly slow start, but once we got the ball rolling, honestly, I'm liking it. The characters are fun. The characters are lively. You got a nice setup. The sports festival arc actually turned out better than I thought it would be. Like, I think it was really good. And I think the story is shaped out really well, too. I will say Sunny, the little girl that's Lucian's little sister that showed up, she kind of saved a lot of this, I'm going to be honest. We needed a cute little girl character to sort of help everything move along a bit better. Yeah. I love it. Season 1 is over. This is season 1. Chapter 1 is season 1. And honestly, I think this is for the best. That means we'll move along with season 2. But here's the deal. I don't want to wait a whole year just to do season 2. Even though there's some anime that actually do that. I want to say that season 2 should happen 6 months from now. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So how does that sound? At the start of August, I think should be a good start for season 2. What do you guys think? That's a 6-month wait period. And I think we'll have more than enough streams done by that point. It's a 6-month gap. And plus we got the summer coming up, right? So, let's see. What would that be? A transition from winter to... No, it's winter now. Yeah, it's winter now, right? Well, winter's about to end. We're going into spring. So, that means through the summer and then fall, right? So, we'll just be heading back into the end of summer towards the start of the fall. That means we'll be doing Tricolour Lovestory again, and we'll do season 2. And then if we enter season 3, we can just move 6 months forward again. Just to keep it sort of together, right? I think 6 months is a good gap. What do you all think? I like to agree that it is, right? So yeah, Tricolour Lovestory is officially over for now. Season 2 will return in August, okay? And I'm going to make a note for that. So season 2 will officially begin in August. So get ready, because we continue our Tricolour Lovestory. In the meantime, though, you're probably thinking, well, what's next Wednesday? Next Wednesday officially starts March, which means we're into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monster March, which means...
It's time to duel!
So, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters March, I've got not only a couple of videos that I'm planning on doing for the YouTube channel, I'm also planning on pairing up with my friend Natalie again, if you guys remember her. And if hopefully things go right, I want to try to pair up with this one friend that I'm trying to reach out to for some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. But that's on the YouTube side. On the Twitch side, my friend Natalie may be able to join me for some of these, but we're going to do the return of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. So we'll be, next Wednesday, we'll get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! With Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. On Monday and Friday, we'll be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So we're going back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And then on Sunday, we're going to switch it up. we'll be doing, not this Sunday, because we're still doing Genshin Impact this Sunday, but next Sunday, I want to try to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. Yeah, so that'll be the plan for that Sunday. Tuesday's still going to be Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGCs. So we're still doing Scarlet and Violet stuff for Tuesday. But on Monday, we've got Duel Links. Tuesday will be Scarlet and Violet. Wednesday will be Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. And then Thursday will be pretty much the any section for, you know, the Baton Pass. Well, the Baton Pod. So I'll be hanging out with my friends there. Friday will be Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links again, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is just a fast game you can play before the reactions to Pokemon, to the Pokemon Master Series. And then finally on Saturday, we've got the round table. That'll stay relatively the same. And then Sunday, we'll hit it back with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. So that'll be the new strategy. That'll be the new schedule for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters March. And we'll be doing that all through March. And I'll also be having some YouTube content in between all of that as well, too. So we got big plans for next week. Make sure you go check them out. All right? Now, I know this Monday, I know the Monday coming up next week, technically is still February. And that's Pokemon Day. So I'm sure we're going to be doing a lot of stuff for Pokemon Day. And also the Pokepod Roundtable. I mean, not the Pokemon, Jesus Christ. The Pokepod will be on Monday as well, too. So we'll be having big reactions there. So I think that'll be my plan. It's just we're going to be doing some Pokemon stuff. So, lots of big stuff planned. Can't wait to see you all there. Thank you, Goggles. What's up, Chornik? You came at the very end. The Chornik. Yeah, you did come at the very end. But don't worry, Chornik. You can go back and watch. We actually have Tricolour Lovestory on my channel. So far, it's actually become a very good story. I'm really liking how it's turning out. It started off kind of slow, and it was a bit rough, but after a while, it got better. And we just ended Season 1, so Season 2 will return in August. So make sure you guys check out Season 2 in August, alright? But with that being said, we got a lot of stuff done. I had a great time with Season 1. I had a great time with Tricolour Lovestory. So, yeah, with that all being said, thank you guys so much, and till then, we'll see you next time. I'm not going to rate this time around. I'm just going to go ahead and end it because it's getting kind of late on a weeknight. So, I'll see you all then. Tyrone TG3,